You just opened a step-by-step video guide on how to truly fix your anterior ankle impingement. Watch until the end of this video so you can have a pain-free ankle and continue to live life that is pain-free, my friend.
So there can be a lot of cause as to why your ankle is feeling that impingement sensation or pain or block whenever you try to move your ankle going this way or that way. So it could be from repetitive spraining of the ligaments of your ankle, which then causes swelling around the joint space. Thus, it blocks the movement of your ankle. It could also be coming from an osteophyte formation on the bones around your ankle joint, so specifically your talus, sometimes your tibia, experience that osteophyte formation. It creates that block and impingement sensation, creating massive pain on your ankle. Or it could also be coming from a post-operative complication after a surgery. For example, you had a surgery around your ankle joint and you haven't managed to get the range of motion. It could create problems also on your ankle, create that stiffening and impingement sensation on your ankle. Thus, it is important for you to have it checked by a medical doctor so you can know what's causing your ankle impingement. Now, there are also 3 factors why your ankle is feeling that block. So, for example, you had that impingement already. There are actually 3 factors involved why you feel that blocking sensation. One is coming from your soft tissue, so there's an imbalance on the muscle length or stiffness or pliability of that tissue, thus causing an impingement on your ankle. It could also be coming from a joint hypomobility issue wherein your ankle joint or your talus doesn't move properly because of its joint stiffness. So it could also block the movement on your ankle, create that impingement sensation, create that pain. And finally, it could also be coming from a muscular weakness around your muscles controlling your ankle joint. So your ankle plantar flexors, your ankle dorsiflexors could be weak. So the ankle cannot really move properly and control the motion involved, especially when you try to walk or do functional activities of daily living. Now, usually for patients who are experiencing anterior ankle impingement, it's a mix mash of those 3 factors. So you really have to work on soft tissue, joint mobility, and strength so you can truly fix your anterior ankle impingement. So those 3 factors around ankle impingement is what we're going to work on later. But before we get to the exact treatment, let's just do some baseline assessment tests that you can do at home so you can have a comparison of how your ankle would feel before the treatment and how your ankle would feel after the treatment.
Okay, so the first assessment that we're gonna do is called Seiza position. So you usually see this with Japanese movies or Japanese anime, wherein it's usually how the Japanese would sit. So they sit like this. So what we're going to do is test the mobility of your ankle, check before the treatment how mobile or how stiff your ankle is. So basically what you're going to do is move this ankle close together like this, and then lift both of your ankles up or move your ankles going this way, resting the weight on your toes. And then from here, you're just going to sit on your hips, going like this. And then in this position, you're just going to check how's the pain level, how stiff your ankle is while you're in this position. If it's too uncomfortable for you, especially for your knees, if it hurts, so what can help is a towel like this. You're just going to roll it, place it behind the knee, and then sit. And then recheck if it's much more comfortable. And then same thing here, you also wanted to check while your ankle is plantar flex or pointed like this. So you're gonna move from here, you're just going to move your ankle this way. And then same thing, you're just going to sit on your heels using your buttocks. And then check the comfortability, check the pain level, and then check how stiff your ankle is. If it's too uncomfortable for your ankle doing this test, you can place this towel on your ankles like this, and then try to sit again on your ankle. So here, you can get a baseline of how stiff or how mobile your ankle is. So for the second test, basically you just need to feel your ankles while you walk forward and then turning, going backward. So just try to feel how mobile your ankle is while walking. So like this, and then just come back. And then check and see if your ankle hurts or Is it stiff somewhere if you plant your foot going this way or when you try to propel yourself out? So second is, what you can do also is try to tiptoe and then walk on your toes. And then coming back. Check here if you have the strength to lift your heels up and maintain this position while walking. And then the third one is you're going to assess also yourself walking on your heels. So you're going to lift both toes up and then you're going to walk on your heels going this way. And then here, you're just going to check, is your ankle stiff? Is your ankle painful while you're doing this type or this kind of walk? This is again going to be your baseline when we do the treatment right after.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so now that you finish all the assessments for your ankle, it's now time to do the treatment. And we're going to start with some soft tissue work on the muscles that is connected to your ankle. So for here, we're going to need to have cork block like this and a foam roller or a foam ball that looks something like this. If you don't have this one at home, you can just use a stack of books for you to use. And for this one, it doesn't really necessarily have to be a foam roller or a foam ball. You can just use a regular ball that you have at home, like tennis ball, softball, or golf ball. And it doesn't really necessarily need to have two knobs. You can just use one knob for this type of exercise. Okay, so to proceed, the first exercise is called shin rolls. So what we're going to do is use the foam roller to roll our shin here in this direction. So what I'll do is, I'm going to place the ball here on a block. And then directly on my shin, I'm going to place the ball there. I'm going to be on all of my fours. And then from here, I'm going to shift my weight on the left side and then start rolling my shin back and forth. Now what you will notice here, or what you will feel here, is there's a spot that is really tender and you feel that it's working your ankle. So that's a good area or a good spot to stay on, and then just hold on to that position and then just move your ankles going up and down, up and down. And then mix it with some rolls again, or shin rolls. Find a spot and move your ankles up and down. So ideally, you need to be able to do this exercise for at least 90 seconds, 3 to 5 times a day, for you to have a good result on your ankle. Okay, so for the second type of release, it's called a calf mash. So what we do is we're gonna strip our calves, this muscle right over here, which controls your plantar flexion. So usually if it's stiff, you really can't move your ankle going this way. So what we're gonna do is same thing, we're gonna use this one and then place it under our calves. So right over here. And then I'm gonna lean back and shift my weight backward, bend this knee for support, and then lift my whole weight up, putting pressure on your calves, and then try to just roll your body back and forth. Same thing, 90 seconds, 3 to 5 times during the day. Now what you wanted to do here or find here is a spot that's really tender. Hold that spot and then move your ankles going this way and that way, up, down, and then mix it with some rolling again. You can turn your foot out to find that spot. You can turn your legs in. That's basically it. Alright, so for the next one, it's a retinacular release. So it's a release on the area right over here. So what you need to do is find the outer bony prominence in your ankle. We call it the lateral malleolus. And then place the ball just directly over there. Now what you wanted to do is put pressure using the floor on that area. Use your hand to put weight on it. And then just move your ankle going up and down, going this way or that way. Or you can do circulars. Same thing here. 90 seconds, 3 to 5 times during the day. So what it does is it frees up the joint space on your ankle so that your tendons and your joints can freely move when you try to move your ankles up and down. Okay, so for the next one, we're going to start with some joint treatment. So usually if your ankle is stiff, the talocrural joint or your ankle joint can't really move because of hypomobility. So what I'm going to show you right now is a mobility exercise that you can do for your ankle to gain range of motion towards this way and that way. So we're gonna start moving your ankle going this way. So it's called an ankle MWMs. So what you need here is a band that you can wrap somewhere, plus again your stack of books or your cork block. Now from here, you're going to place this band right over here on top of your ankle joint. So for me, it's here. And then I'm gonna step that affected foot towards that cork block. Now what you wanted to feel here is that your band should be pulling your ankle towards that direction. And then what I'll do is I'm going to kneel to using my other knee. And then I'm going to readjust everything when I'm here. And then from here, I'm just going to move my knee going this direction and coming back. If the tension decreases as you move your knee forward, you can just adjust and move your ankles backward, also your whole body backward. Now for me, this one fits good. Then I'm gonna adjust and move my knee going this way. And do it 10 times. Now, what you don't want to do is try to push for the pain. So this exercise should be pain-free. What you will notice here also is sometimes as you move your foot, your heel is going to lift up. So what you can do is just place your rolled socks or a rolled towel underneath your heel here as you move your ankles forward. So this is one good technique for you to gain range of motion on your ankle going this way or towards dorsiflexion. Alright, so now while doing this exercise or the MWMs for your ankle, what you wanted to do here is the weight bearing on your foot, you should be putting your weight towards 3 parts. So one is the outer part of your foot right over here, second is on your heels, and then the third one is around your toes. So if this is your foot right over here, you should be putting weight here, here, and here on your heels. So it's like a reverse triangle. So make sure everything is touching, and then I'll do the ankle mobility or ankle MWM exercise. Okay, so now common mistake people do with regards to treatment of their ankle is they just focus on dorsiflexion or the movement going this way because that's what's limited. But we also need to actually work on the motion going this way for us to explore the joint motion or joint movement and truly fix and free up your ankle. So what we're gonna do right now is a ankle mobilization exercise for your foot to go like this. So usually this doesn't have any problem, but we just wanted to make sure that we are pushing through the end range of motion when we do this exercise. So for this one, we need again a band, and then we're gonna wrap it on our ankle. Same thing, just above the 2 bones right over here. And then what we're going to do is increase the tension on that band by moving further. And then from here, I'm gonna step my other leg forward like this. So my affected side is the back leg. And then from here, I'm just going to shift my weight towards this side and then lift the heel on that side. Now from this position, what you want to take note or look into is that your weight should be equal on both your big toe side and the pinky side. So usually when people do this, the pinky lifts off or the big toe lifts off. If that's the case, you should just put a sock underneath the side that is lifting off so that the foot can still feel the ground. So from here, increase the tension, and then just raise my heels up as high as it can go with my knee straight, going like that. What you want to achieve here is not just the plantar flexion or the lifting of the heels up, but also the turning of your ankles outward. So if you will notice, my ankle is lifting like this and going out towards that direction. So that's what you want when you do this exercise. So same thing here, you're gonna do it for 10 repetitions, 3 sets to mobilize your ankle plantar flexion. Okay, so after soft tissue work and mobility exercise, it's now time for us to do some ankle strengthening work. So as I said earlier, one factor for impingement can be muscular weakness, and it's important for us to strengthen our ankles in all directions with different types of contractions so it can adapt to the load that the ankle experience whenever we walk, we try to run, do some jump rope exercise, or all those lifestyle activities that we usually do. So we're gonna try to strengthen the ankle in different directions. So we're gonna move our ankle first going this way, and we're gonna use a TheraBand for this exercise. So you're just going to wrap the band around the foot, like that, and then pull the band going this way. And then you're going to move your ankle going that way. Now, as I said earlier, we should also play with different types of contraction. So we're gonna do the exercise this way. So from here, you're going to move the ankle that way, 2 seconds, so 1, 2, and then hold that position for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you're gonna slowly come back 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this way, we're playing with concentric motion, and then this one is isometric motion, and then coming back is the eccentric contraction of your ankle plantar flexors. So you wanted to do this exercise 10 repetitions, 3 to 4 sets during the whole day for us to have gains of strength on the ankle. Holding the here and then slowly coming back. Now, after you've done this motion, you're gonna do going this motion. So you're gonna use your other ankle for this one. So from here, you're going to move the ankle this way. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then slowly come back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, 1, 2. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then slowly come back. And one more. 1, 2. Hold. 3, 4, 5, and then slowly come back. And then last, second to the last is going this way. So we're gonna use this ankle again to do this exercise. So from here, hold, and then slowly come back. Or you could just hold, and then slowly come back. If you could wrap the band somewhere, that would be really good, which is what we're gonna do for this motion. So I'm gonna wrap this band right over here. So now I can move the ankle going that way. So if you notice, I have a fit pillow here. I place it on just above my ankle joint so that there's a clearance of ankle motion when I do the exercise. So I'm gonna place the band right there, move back a bit for tension, and then from here, move the ankles up 2 seconds, hold it for 5 seconds, and then slowly come back down. Up, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then slowly come back down. So all different directions, you do it for 10 repetitions, 3 to 4 sets during the whole day. If you do it for 3 to 4 weeks, you should feel a big difference on the strength and stability of your ankle. So if you do this exercise for at least 3 to 4 weeks on a daily basis, you should probably feel an improvement on your ankle strength. And if you do it right after your mobility exercise, you will feel much more mobile and your ankle should be much more freer.
So after doing those mobility exercises and strengthening exercises for your ankle, it's now time to reassess our ankle. So we're gonna do again the seiza position to retest and recheck how our ankle would feel after the treatment. So you're gonna do the seiza position wherein your ankles are dorsiflexed, and a seiza position wherein your ankles are plantar flexed. And then try to check here and feel if, number 1, is it less painful? Number 2, Do you feel that you have more range and mobility? Number 3, is there a decrease in pressure inside the ankle when you're on that position? Number 4 is comfortability level. Is it much more comfortable for you to sit on your heels and to sit on the dorsum of your foot after doing the exercises? And that, my friends, is how you truly fix an anterior ankle impingement. Do those exercises daily for 3, 4, 5 weeks, and then check how much progress you made after doing those exercises. Hope to hear from everyone soon in the comment section down below. And if you like these types of videos, feel free to click that notification bell, subscribe button first, then notification bell, so you won't miss out this type of content here in YouTube. See you guys. Please interact with me in the comment section. It's really fulfilling for me to be able to connect with you guys. So see you there on the next video.